Hi there guys, it's Chris here with selfmadenewbie.com, and in this video we're going to go through the best string trimmers currently out there today. Now I've tried to keep this list as comprehensive as possible, narrowing it down to my absolute favorite 5, so no matter what you're looking for, there'll definitely be something in this list for you. So before we jump in, drop a like and subscribe and hit the bell to be updated with new videos. Alright, so as usual I'm going to skip all the fluff and just jump right in, and if you want to confirm what my recommendations are, you can go to the description down there and check out that list, and that will also ensure you that you get the best pricing as well. Alright, so kicking it off with my first recommendation, and this is my recommendation for the best corded string trimmer, and this is the Greenworks 18-inch 10 amp corded string trimmer. So this Greenworks trimmer is the best corded electric weed eater and trimmer for a good reason. It is a hedge trimmer with a 10 amp motor that's almost excessive for the job, but it'll make short work of any roots or tough weed hiding beneath your overgrown lawn. Although you might expect the beefy motor to bump up the price tag, it's still in line with the costs of every other corded weed eater on this list. Unlike many other models I've seen, the Greenworks trimmer has a D-ring mounted on the body, making it easier to maneuver. Still, at 9.9 pounds, this corded weed eater is also nearly double the weight of other trimmers I've seen, so you'll need that handle to keep control. Annoyingly, even with the bolt tighted, it never feels entirely secure. One of the things I like best about this one is that you can attach other components to the end of the pole, even those from other brands, and this feature could save you a lot of money and storage space in the long run between hedge trimmer, blower, and edger attachments. So what I really like about this, there's a safety trigger that stops you from firing up the motor unintentionally. The 10 amp motor nearly doubles the power of other corded weed eaters. A vast 18-inch cutting path practically turns this trimmer into a lawnmower on a pole. A D-ring handle is mounted on the telescopic pole, making it super easy to swing around, and a quick connect coupler lets you swap out the string trimmer for a range of other garden tool attachments. The cons, as much as I like the D-ring handle, it isn't as secure as it could be. It can move around a little bit. The price is also higher than other corded trimmers, even just a little bit. However, you are paying for a durable steel shaft and that powerful 10 amp motor that will eat through anything. The trigger also is stiffer than others, but not a problem at first. But if you try using it for longer periods, up to an hour, you might see what I mean. The next one on my list is my recommendation for the best value, and this is the Worx WG119 5.5 amp 15-inch. So this is also my second pick for the best corded electric weed eater due to its great value and powerful lightweight design. It features a 5.5 amp motor and can be converted from a string trimmer to an edger in just a single click. The flower guard stops you from catching unintended flowers or ornaments, but you can fold it back if it does get in the way. There's also a dual line auto feed system underneath which keeps string flowing. The only thing I dislike about the dual line feature was the speed that it ate through the first spool of string. Any good trimmer also comes with a cord retention system, and the Worx is no different. Thankfully, it's in the form of a hook. The slot-based designs are often too small to fit larger cables, but there is no problem with that here. In terms of weight, it's about average for a corded weed eater, coming in at 6.5 pounds, and thankfully this corded string trimmer has a D-ring handle, which makes precision and work straightforward. The pros of this: the flower guard folds back out of the way when you don't want to use it. It converts from a string trimmer to an edger in seconds. It has a cord retention hook rather than a slot, meaning you don't have to worry about whether your cord will fit through. And at 6.5 pounds, it's just over half the weight of the last pick, making it an excellent choice for people who do want a lightweight option. The cons: you can't hook up any extra attachments like you can with the Greenworks. The dual line feature can quickly eat through your string faster than you'd really expect. Installing a new spool of line can be challenging, even given the dual line feature. And though it has an adjustable height feature, there's no pivoting features for reaching tricky positions or spots. The next one on my list is my recommendation for the best option for small spaces, and this is the Black & Decker string trimmer. So Black & Decker is obviously one of those brands you immediately think of when someone mentions power tools, and as far as quality goes, this is a solid trimmer. It's lightweight at only 5.35 pounds and fully adjustable for height and positioning with the pivot handle. There's a genuine feel of durability with this when you're swinging this thing around. However, if you are tall, you might still find the highest setting to fall short of being entirely comfortable. You'll have to build this one yourself, but it isn't a complicated job. Once you assemble the various poles and guards, the 5-amp motor can handle almost anything, including small branches. Still, this corded weed eater seems to eat through string like it's going out of fashion, partly due to the hungry auto feed system. The only real issue I have with this corded string trimmer is that its best strength is almost its weakness. The adjustable handles don't always stay fixed when trimming, which is rather worrying as far as safety goes. It also suffers from a common problem with trimmers like these, which is a narrow cord retention slot. But the pros: assembly is very simple outside the box, it's super lightweight, the pull-out guide lets you keep a fixed distance from the surface you're trimming, and as well as being height adjustable, there's a pivoting handle for reaching those tricky spots. The cons: getting some thicker extension cords through the cord retention slot isn't easy. The auto feeder feature leads you to running out of string quickly. The adjustable handle often moves out of place, and if you are over 6 feet tall, as I touched on before, even at its most extended, you might still have to bend down slightly. The next one on my list is my recommendation though for the most adjustable option, and this is the Craftsman CMC ST900. So some corded string trimmers don't have adjustable handles, however you can adjust the Craftsman for different people. So you'll be able to offload your gardening onto a family member, for instance. So powered by a 5-amp motor, slightly above average for budget trimmers, you won't struggle in longer grass, yet it's deceptively quiet despite the increased power under the hood. There's also a rotating head that can be repositioned for when you're edging around the flower beds, or if you don't have any flowers to protect, you can rotate the head towards you to keep your toes attached instead. This is one of the most common incidents with corded weed eaters or hedge trimmers, and that is the ease with which you can swipe the blades straight through your extension cord. Thankfully, this model has a cord retention system, making it far less likely that you'll cut into the cable. You'll need a 2-prong extension, which isn't included out of the box, but they do come cheap. So the pros of this: a cable grip behind the handle stops you from trimming your extension cable. You can adjust the length of the handle, deceptively quiet even when compared to gas-powered trimmers. The head rotates for fine-tuned edging around your flower bed borders. And with a 5-amp motor, it's the second most powerful trimmer on this list. The cons: it's just shy of 7 pounds, so not the lightest. It only supports 2-prong extensions, which are a little hard to come by. It doesn't come pre-assembled, but it is still pretty easy to put together, although some people have struggled. And it also chews through string pretty fast, so for extensive gardens, you might want to keep an extra spool handy. The final one on my list is my recommendation for the best lightweight trimmer, and this is the Sunjo TRJ13 STE. So Sunjo is a great brand, and this one has a 4-amp motor under the hood with a cutting area of 13 inches, though you can also pick up a smaller model with a reduced cutting swatch. It'll hack through both grass and weeds with ease. A flower guard wraps 180 degrees around one side of the trimmer, which stops you from butchering your flowers while you trim the edge of your lawn. This guard is the only component you'll need to put together when you pull this out of the box, as it comes pre-built. There'll also be no sudden interruptions to your cutting, as the auto feed feature keeps your string at the right length, feeding it directly from the spool. Its lightweight telescopic pole and overall weight of 5.07 pounds is pretty small compared to other trimmers. Still, while the cutting path is smaller, it's much easier to move around the garden. Just be wary that the construction is relatively flimsy. It won't fall apart in your hands, but there is a 2-year warranty if it does. The pros: the 2-year warranty I just mentioned, 5.07 pounds, so it's the lightest high quality trimmer you can really get. It also works as an edger to trim the line between your lawn and soil. A wraparound flower guard protects the areas you don't want to trim. An auto feed system that keeps string at the right length to consistently achieve that 13-inch cutting radius. And the cons: the lightweight design means that this power tool feels a little bit flimsy. It has a narrower cutting swatch than other budget trimmer options. And I didn't like the shaft doesn't adjust for different heights, and also the string is a bit thin, so it can wear out a little bit quickly. Alright guys, so hopefully there's something on that list for you, whether you want an all-round powerhouse, something on a budget, something altogether good value. Hopefully there's something on this list for you. If you do have any questions though, drop them in the comments below, and if you found value in this video, it really helps out if you drop a like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.